This meal prep episode is satay chicken curry. It is super quick, super easy to put together, and takes about 40 minutes from start to finish, including cleanup, because you can do a whole lot of stuff in the background whilst this cooks. As for the ingredients, all of these are pretty much duplicates, meaning the same recipe is going to be used for the marinade as well as the sauce. Obviously different amounts, but I'll show you all of that along the way. So with all of that said and done, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. We'll start by marinating the chicken, so add 1 kilo or 2.2 pounds of boneless and skinless chicken thigh to a mixing bowl, along with 3 tablespoons or 60 grams of Thai red curry paste, 2 tablespoons or 45 grams of ketchup mayonnaise, which is a sweet soy sauce, 3 tablespoons or 90 grams of smooth peanut butter to create that traditional satay flavour, 2.5 tablespoons or 40 grams of brown sugar for sweetness and caramel-like flavour, 1.5 tablespoons or 30 grams of fish sauce for a strong savoury umami flavour and more caramelisation, and finally 2/3 of a cup or 150 millilitres of coconut milk for fragrance and a creamy texture. Get your clean hands all over those thighs, ensuring everything is well combined and coated, and this can then be used straight away, or you can leave it to marinate for 30 minutes up to 24 hours covered and stored in the fridge. The choice is all yours depending on how much time you have. The other prep is extremely minimal and consists of peeling 20 grams or 0.7 ounces of ginger, and the best way to peel it is with a spoon, which cuts down waste compared to a peeler or knife. With that done, run it along a microplane along with 4 cloves of garlic to create pastes, and both of these can be combined. Place a large high-rimmed pan or pot over medium-high. Once hot, add in 1.5 tablespoons or 30 milliliters of peanut oil and add in all of the chicken, as well as all of the marinade, scraping it all in there. Spread it all out evenly, and this can then be seared for 3 minutes on each side. We're not really looking for colour on the chicken here, it's mainly to start the cooking process on the sauce to create the rich caramel flavour within all of those ingredients. You can also add in sea salt to taste if you'd like to, and after 3 minutes, just flip the chicken over and sear it again for 3 minutes, making sure to continue mixing the sauce around for those flavours to develop. After 6 minutes in total, remove it from the stovetop, place it into a preheated oven set at 190 degrees Celsius or 375 degrees Fahrenheit and cook for 25 minutes, flipping the chicken halfway through. Now in the meantime, place a saucepan over high heat, add in 320 grams or 11.2 ounces of washed jasmine rice, 360 grams or 12.7 ounces of coconut milk, which is optional, so I'll leave details about that in the description, 100 grams or 3.5 ounces of cold water to loosen up the coconut milk, 4 kaffir lime leaves for infusion, and a pinch of sea salt flakes to taste. Give it a quick mix through to break up any potential clumps, as well as get all of that rice coated in the liquid, and allow it to come to a boil. Then once boiling, place on a lid, reduce the heat to low and cook for 12 minutes undisturbed, and I'm just going to move this to another burner. Place another saucepan over medium-high heat, and to make the sauce, add in 660 milliliters or 1.6 pounds of coconut milk, which is the base, half a cup or 150 grams of peanut butter to create the satay sauce, 2 tablespoons or 40 grams of Thai red curry paste, 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of brown sugar for that rich caramelization, 2 tablespoons or 45 grams of ketchup mayonnaise, which is the sweet soy sauce for obviously sweet and savory flavors, 1.5 tablespoons or 30 milliliters of fish sauce for that rich umami flavor and even more caramelization, and the garlic and ginger pastes for a delicious floral fragrance and flavor. Give this all a good mix through to break up the peanut butter, allowing it to create a rich, creamy and smooth texture, and this right here is all of the main flavour to this incredibly delicious curry that I can't wait for you to try. Once well mixed, check and adjust seasoning levels and then bring it to a boil, then reduce the heat to low and allow it to simmer whilst mixing regularly for 6 minutes or until nicely thickened. After 12 minutes on the rice, turn it off the heat but leave the lid on for 10 more minutes to finish cooking, and after 25 minutes with the chicken, this can then be removed from the oven and placed over a low heat back on the stovetop. Let's then pour in the satay sauce, ensuring we scrape it all in there as this is where all of the flavour is, then just give it a really good mix through to pick up the caramelized flavour already within the pan. You then have a choice to either leave the chicken whole, or you can break it up with a spatula or wooden spoon into smaller pieces. Check it again for any last seasoning adjustments, which leaves us with this incredible satay chicken curry that can be removed from the stovetop. And you'll notice I've changed the nutrition cards, so let me know in the comments which ones you prefer more. As for the rice, the lid can then be removed, being careful of the escaping steam, locate, remove and discard the lime leaves as they've now done their job, and fluff up the rice with a spatula or fork, leaving us with this fragrant coconut lime jasmine rice that can be removed from the stovetop, and this is the nutrition for the rice alone, which we'll have more details about in a description. Portioning is super simple. Divide the rice into 5 meal prep containers, with the ones I'm using being 750 milliliters in size. Then just do the exact same thing with the satay curry, topping up each individual one with the leftover sauce. Garnish is completely optional, with myself using sliced red chili as well as some spring onion or scallion, but use whatever you have. And then what we've just created are these absolutely delicious satay chicken curries with that fragrant creamy coconut lime rice. Once slightly cooled, place on the lids, and if you're using the containers I have, we can use the pump to extract all of the air out of the container, which will prolong the life from 5 days to 6 days in the fridge and 5 months in the freezer. Also, if you're interested, I have a link for the containers in the description of the video. As for reheating, place it in a pan or microwave until hot throughout, and here is all of the macros for everything together. The only thing that's then left to do is make this all worthwhile, and that is, of course, we can then dig in. The chicken literally melts in your mouth. That satay sauce is a little bit sweet, salty and spicy, but with that rice, it balances it out so well with the delicious infusion within it. All over, this is an absolutely incredible dish.